So far, we have seen that we can have an if statement that will run if its condition is true, and we can have an optional else statement that contains code that will run if the condition in the if statement is false. But sometimes we want to have more than one condition. Here we have one condition, and both the if statement and the else statement depend on it. But what if we want to have another condition? We can have another condition with an else if statement. And an else if statement is written after the if statement and before the else statement. So here we write else if, and this if statement has its own condition. So in the first if statement, we check if x is smaller than y. In this if statement, we can check if x is larger than y. And if it is, then we will print the phrase x is larger than y. And I will change this phrase to x is smaller than y. It is already changed, so let's keep that. Okay, so if we run the code now, then the first if statement will be false because 7 is not smaller than y. The execution of the code will come down to the else if statement, and here we will check if 7 is larger than y, or 7 is larger than 6. That is true, so that means that this line of code will run. So I save the file and I reload the page in the browser, and I see that the printout is x is larger than y. So this is a way to have more than one condition in our code. And we can also change the phrase here in the else statement so that it will be a correct statement, and the else statement will run if both these are false. If the first if statement is false and the else if statement is false, then the else statement will run. And when will that happen? It will happen when x and y are equal. So let's change this phrase to x and y are equal. And let's make x and y equal. So I will make y, I will assign the value 7 to y. So now x and y are equal, and I will run the code, and the else statement should run. So I save the file, I reload the page in the browser, and we get the printout x and y are equal.